entered and no charges filed. That's the status of several Virginia Beach police officers following a decision by the Commonwealth's attorney.
The ruling: police officers did nothing criminal in 4 violent incidents, 3 of them shootings. The most recent happened at the oceanfront. This shows officers arresting 27-year-old Devondre McIntyre after a club reported he punched the door manager. McIntyre admitted he ran and said he thought bouncers were chasing him. 10 on Your Side broke this story at 5:30, and since then, we've been pushing for more information. Our Erin Kelly has the story tonight. Erin?
Yeah, the Commonwealth's attorney, Colin Stolley, says officers acted properly under the circumstances in each of the cases he reviewed, and that in the case of Devondre McIntyre, he found no criminal activity by officers. McIntyre told us last week he was not assaulting police. Tonight he said he couldn't talk about the Commonwealth's attorney's decision and that he's still getting situated with a lawyer. The cell phone video from May 17th shows an officer kneeing Devondre McIntyre in the head several times. After 10 on Your Side showed the video to Virginia Beach Police, Chief Jim Cervera called for a criminal investigation and put 3 officers on administrative duty. Commonwealth's attorney, Colin Stolley, in a note clearing officers of criminal wrongdoing, says McIntyre wouldn't show his hands after officers asked repeatedly and that he was combative. Stolley says what's shown in the video followed other attempts to arrest him. This video appeared to show officers trying to use a stun gun on McIntyre. 2 days before that, near the intersection of Newtown and Baker Roads, police say an officer exchanged gunfire with Luis Fernando Vasquez, who was still in the hospital this week. Police say Vasquez and a minor robbed 2 women on Wesleyan Drive, then held a hostage at a Boost Mobile store. 1 week before that incident, 2 officers were involved in a shooting on Baccalaureate Drive. Police say James White killed his wife and injured another man. Officers say White and police exchanged gunfire, and 2 officers were put on administrative duty. And on May 1st, police say 5 officers started shooting near King Henry Court after Christopher Cody Smith fired at them. Smith is also accused of choking his wife and shooting his best friend. No one died that night, and Chief Cervera commended his officers for that. In all 3 shootings, the Commonwealth's attorney says the officers acted properly under the circumstances, won't face criminal charges, and are ready to return to regular duty. And I've requested interviews with Christopher Cody Smith and James White. Both are still in jail. Chief Cervera says the case of Devondre McIntyre was the first time in the history of the department that a criminal investigation was opened up for standard use of force. We've learned some officers were upset by that and responded with a silent protest where they only answer calls they are dispatched to. The chief says he put the officers on administrative duty in those cases we just talked about so he could sort through the facts, and that he plans to meet with training officers to make sure procedures are properly followed. Erin Kelly, 10 on Your Side.
And the president of the Virginia Beach Police Benevolent Association had this to say tonight. The association was always confident that the officers acted correctly. We are grateful to the Commonwealth's attorney for not allowing politics to enter in to the decision and for standing up for our officers and ultimately law enforcement everywhere.